Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So the Mistlands update finally dropped some public test branch and it's absolutely amazing. So I did my best using the black marble to make this Dwarven house. I also posted it on my Patreon page for those who use build share mod or the plan build mod, so you can get a copy. With that said, let's jump right in. Okay, so we're gonna start off by making a layout, and we're gonna make like a 5x6 box. So starting with the back here, so we get 2, 3, 4, 5, and then to the side right here, make sure that the marble overlaps in the corner just like this. And this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we just can carry it all around and just complete the box. Okay, so now that you have your box in place, so the next thing that you're going to do is that you're gonna place the marble right here. So it's just 1 meter space right here, and then you place the marble attached to the side right here. So it should be about two of these 2 meter marbles, and then we just carry it back here like that, and you're going to find that same spot. So 1 meter space, then the marble right here, and then you just connect it with the other side just like this. You're going to do the same thing over here. So I've already attached the marbles right here, so you gotta have a space, then have the marble, and then we just connect both sides. So basically your layout should look like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the middle section here. We're going to raise the walls about 8 marble stone walls high. So I like to do my walls staggered. So for you persons that are new to Valheim or building, let me just show you. So first, because I already have like a 2 meter box layout right here, normally the following row that should start about here, I would put like a 1 meter stone or marble, and then I put a 2 meter one on top of it like that, then another 1 meter and a 2 meter. I would suggest that you just do this until you have like 8 of them in total. And when I say 8 in total, it's counting from the one that started from on top of the layout, not including the layout one. So in total you should maybe have about like 9 going all the way up. So you should have something looking like this. Just make it easy for you to understand. Then you basically start from right here, just use a 2 meter stone, just going across like this. You will have these little small sections here where you pull that in with a 1 meter stone, then you switch back over to a 2 meter stone, and this all the way up. And we're gonna do the sides here as well, and including the back. So when you're done, you should have this one big box right in the middle. I know it doesn't look that attractive, but it will get some love. But now we'll focus on this side right here. Now we're gonna raise this up 5, so add 5 more marble stone on top of these ones here. So let me start to stagger the walls right at the corner. Just switch over to our 1 meter marble, and then we switch to 2 meter. So this is 2 so far. We just go up or scaffolding, switch over to 1 meter as 3, 4, and 5. So that is what you should have. So this is how the structure should look so far. So next what we're going to do is that we're going to cut out our doorway and windows. So we're just gonna put a little opening right here. But before we do, let me just put down our marble staircase right here, so it's in line with this marble stone and one over here. So this should be our entrance. We'll just take these out, get these out. So just going up like this, and we're just gonna get our black marble thing. And we're just going to see the line right here. So it is going to be right here that will be attached to, and do the same thing here. So you should have a 2 meter space in between these staircases, and we just do the same thing up top. So we're gonna get the upside down marble, and we can take this piece out, and we're just gonna put this right on top, the same over here, and we should have a doorway shape like this. I mean, I was so looking forward to that little door, but maybe they will be putting it in future update, fingers crossed. So we're gonna put a window right here, so it's gonna be about this width, and I think it's about this height. Let me just make sure. We can raise it up afterwards if we're not sure. So we open up like this. We may have to do some other work, and we'll just do the same thing over here. take these out, fold this back in, a marble. We'll just do the same right here. So we basically have our front worked out so far. So we just need to add some details. So for this staircase right here, we just get the plane and just place it beside the stairs like this, and one like that. Okay, so for the sides right here, so we're going to use the same angled marble stone, and we're just going to aim right down at the bottom right here. It should tuck it halfway into the ground just like this, and we're going to make sure that it kind of overlaps it. So we're going to make sure that it kind of goes in. So we just want to use this as, just going to place one beside it, and we just use this as a guide where we can slide it overlapping the other one like that. We just take this out, and we can do the same thing on the other side. I think we don't need to do put anything there, and there you have it. There's a little bit of detail like that. We're gonna put a column right here for some little aesthetic detail, but for the edge right here, we're gonna put a 2-meter marble right in front, just like this, and then we're gonna get that angled marble again to sit right on top of it like that. We're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so for the sides here, we're gonna do the same thing with the little front here. We're just gonna put the 2-meter marble, and we put the angled marble on top of that, and we could do this on the back end here. But because I've chose to put the bill close to the mountain, because I like the mountain as a drop back for it, and because it's a dwarven bill, so not much detail is gonna be going on the back of the bill. Just bear in mind, and also how the terrain is with the Mistlands, you're gonna find that most of your builds is gonna be like close to the back of a mountain of some sort, just to try and maximize on the space at the front here. And so we're gonna focus on our middle part right here. Now I've started already, but let me just take this out. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take out these 2-meter marble, but first I'm gonna put this in. So you can see we're gonna have this piece in here. I'm just gonna slide this piece beside it like that. Fill those little holes with the 1-meter marble like this. Okay, so we're gonna put one more right here. So we have a little 1-meter space, and then another will be right here. Then for the corner, we just take this out, and we'll just do the same for there. And then we can just do the same thing over here. So we're gonna put one more right here, and the other right at the corner. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to put the right side up angle marble on top of these ones here, just like this. Just a correction here, so this corner piece here we should replace it with this piece. It's called the black marble cornice corner. So we're just going to slide that in just like that. So you should have both sides looking like this. And for the top section, you use the same cornice corner piece, so you take off the one that I put in place earlier, and you should have this in. You can do it on the other side as well. So the next thing that we're going to do once we have those corner back stone pieces in place, so we're going to place a 1-meter stone right here, and we're just going to try to piggyback off of that, going over here like this. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you put a 1-meter stone right here and put one beside it like this. I can take this out. So what we're going to do is that we're going to use our dark wood holes, and we're going to add a column right here. So you're going to hold down on shift key and just manually place this in. So make sure that it's centered, and just give it a little bit space at the front for the edge in here, because we're going to add some detail later on. So we're going to hold down on shift key, rotate this 2 times, 1, 2, make sure that it's close as possible like that, and we just do the other side here. Now it's already rotated, so we just slide that in as close as possible like that. And then we rotate 2 times to the side, and then slide it in as close as possible like that. And we just put the last piece here, and we should have our column all set. So switch on over to the 2-meter pole, and we just place it on top of these. Make sure that it's rotated in the right direction, and you should be good from there. So once we have the column in place, so we're going to add a bit more detail. So for the front here, we're going to get our 1-meter beam, hold down on shift key, make sure that the front is in line with the bottom marble, just like that, and we just easily snap the remaining pieces like this. We'll just do the same thing up for the top. So hold on shift key, make sure it's just line up with the marble, and we just snap these in like that. And the next set of detail, we're going to switch on over to our item stand, and just a little bit above base there. So around here should be good. You can maybe use these creases as a guide. So place one right here, and we just place another item stand. Just make sure it's in line with each other so it doesn't look weird, and one more right here. And we just do the same thing over here. Just place one right here and rotate it, draw it close, and place another right here. And for the top section, we're going to use that little crease right here. So we're just going to place, start from there, rotate it, and we just finished up by wrapping it all around the column, just like that. Good. So once you have this in, you can repeat the same thing on this side right here. So I'm going to complete that off screen. So the next bit of detail that we're going to add, so we're going to add our marble staircase right here. So make sure it's in line with the marble, or whichever, as long as it's in like this. And once we have that done, the window, we're going to make it a little bit smaller and more centered. So we have something like that. We get our wooden pole, and I want you to rotate it 2 times. 1, 2. You should have the edge of the wood facing you, and we just do the same thing on the other side, at the top, like this. And for the top right here, we just add a 1 meter wood right in between those, and we're gonna use the same 1 meter wood, and we're just gonna place one right up the top. Just leave a little space just for a little depth there, and then we're gonna put 1 meter to the side, rotate it once inward like that, and we just do the same on the other side. Make sure it's attached to the side of the beam here. Okay, and then you have our window all sorted out, and we can just add, maybe we can use a little diverged metal wall, and we can maybe just slide this in just like that, and we may just have to aim right up at the top so that we can get that piece in and have it looking like that. So we're going to focus on the corners right here, and we're just going to add 1 meter marble right here and right here, and then we use the upside down marble right here and also right here. Awesome. And then you would add a 1 meter marble right at the front here, and also do the same here. You will also repeat the same thing on this side, on the back side here. Just get the upside down piece here, and we also do the same thing on this side. Okay, so now that all these pieces are in place, so we can get our marble floor, and we can just slide these in to make it a lot easier. Get these in, just get it up here, and just kind of aim at the back of this marble so that we can get this one slip in perfectly. There we have it, and we just kind of bring this across. So we're gonna leave it like that for now, and we just do the same thing on the other side. And so the next set of details that we're gonna add is that we're gonna add the beams going across right here. So just go right in these creases, just carry this all the way over. So go from here to here. Another thing I would do is I will add a little bit of detail here as well, because the marble is pretty much strong. So I'm just kind of using the wood to dilute it a bit, so we can get a little bit of style here and there. And we'll just do the same thing at the top. So we'll put one right here and also here, and we just kind of wrap this in. So for the top section here, we're just gonna get our marble floor, and we're gonna set a piece right here, so it should be hanging over like that, and you should have like 1 meter space right here so that you can put the next one beside it, because we're gonna carry this around here, and we're just carrying this over to this side and back. Before we proceed, we just need to add one little bit of support, because this roof is going to go a bit higher than normal, and so we're going to place our wood iron pole in the corner there. So make sure that it's down to the ground, because what I've done is I put in the floor in here, and I try to mix the flooring up by black and regular stone, because I didn't want it to look like this everything is in marble, and that was like too much for me to handle. So just kind of mix it up to kind of dilute it a bit. But I'm just gonna slide these in, and we're just carrying this all the way up. So it should be basically about here. That's where it should stop, right underneath where this stone floor currently is at. Just bring this down just like this, and you're going to bring it across. So let's get our iron beam, and we just bring it across like this, because we're going to use this for support later on. So let's bring this all the way across. And for the middle section, we're going to use the iron cage. Now what we're going to do is that, so this would provide support to the next row of marble floor. So the next one would need support. So I'm going to put an iron cage right here. Preferably I try to like to maybe put it slightly up top so that the cage doesn't show underneath. And we just bring this across like that. Let's make sure that it touches the other side. Then we can leave a space, and then we can put the next one. So this should be good when we build out the floor on top of these cages, and it should support the top. So now that we have that in place, now the next thing that we just need to do is that we're going to switch on over to this little marble piece, the plated corner. And what's going to happen is that I want it to be slightly in, like about 1 meter in. So to do this, I'm going to use a 1 meter marble right there, and then I'm going to switch back to the pillar, see if we can get it snapped in just like that. And then we can take that out, this piece out, and we can put these beside it. And we're just going to bring this straight across. We'll just get the pillar again, get it in the corner right here, and you would just carry this around here. And we just fill out this whole area with the marble floor, just going all the way around, just like that. So we're gonna mark out our windows for the front right here. So in between these little marble slots, you're gonna take these one out, 1 2 3. Do the same thing over here, 1 2 3, and the last one right here, 1 2 and 3. And on the inside we can use the new divider iron, or we could use regular iron, whichever. We're just gonna put them in like this. So let's put this one up the top. And then once you are done, then we're just gonna grab our core wood. I'm just gonna add a little bit of detail in the middle section here. So we're just going to place the core wood slightly like that, using 4 meter core wood. We'll just do the other side right here, going across like that in between. So for this top section, we're going to put a 1 meter marble bolt right here, and then we're going to switch over to the plinth corner marble piece. Just attach it right there. This help. So the 1 meter marble is just to help this plinth to go in, overlap in the marble floor. And then we switch over to the angled marble, and we just fill these in. Just go to back here and put the last piece in, just like that. We can take this out, and then we can put this in instead. And we just basically bring in this all the way down, and doing the same thing at the corner down here. What we're gonna do for this section, we're gonna get one more of these plinth marble pieces, and we just connect it like that. And we just add another of these right here, and this little groove here. And once that is done, you're gonna get your marble floor, and this is what's going to rest on top of it, hanging over just like that. This is how the side looks so far. Then we're gonna move on to the center top. So for the top right here, so we grab our plinth corner, and we're just gonna connect it right here, and we just get or angle marble for the middle section here, and we're just doing it around the structure. So to fill in the roof here, just use a marble floor and just connect these like so. Okay, so once you have this section of the roof all set here, so we're going to add our stone floor. It's going to line up with the edge just like that, and we're just going to do this going all around. So basically it should look like this. Now for this side here, now I wanted it to be different than over here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to use the pillar corner again. This time we're just going to go all the way. There's one more row, and just slide this corner piece, angle piece in, and we just kind of wrap up the top. And that is it. So just have a little bit of difference there when you look at this side versus this side here, and just to kind of give the build more architectural style. So we're going to move on with adding some more detail, and so we're going to focus on these little creases right here. So first I'm going to use the dark wood. The reason why I chose dark wood, I think that has a little dark within it, but also a little brown in it that kind of tones down a little bit of the marble there. And we just do the same thing for right here. Just wrap it around like this, because it is a lot of marble and it's a lot to process. So I don't know versus have the same feeling like I do, because it's really difficult to kind of visualize what I am building just using marble. I mean, it's a lovely build piece, it's very pretty, but it's just not to have too much of it. It's similar to these dark wood. I try not to use too much of it because I don't want it to be too loud, and yeah, I like to have things simple, you know, just a little detail here and there that really enhance the build. So once that is all in, I switch on over to like the core wood, and what I'm going to do is I'm manually placing these in, and so I'm going to hold down on shift key and just kind of aim right at the back there, slide down a little bit. So I'm not going to aim at the darkwood piece, but on the marble, and just place it in like that. For that little edge here, we'll just get our core wood. We'll just manually place this in like that. Should be good. And then we switch back over to a 4-meter core wood, kind of wrap around the side like that. We can just bring this all the way back. And we're going to add more core wood, and we're just going to add it right here as well. So just hold down shift key and just manually place this in. Should be okay. Just slide it in like that, and then we just wrap it around. Okay, so once we have all of that done, now that we just need to add a little bit color to kind of tone down the black. As I said, the black marble is a bit too much, so we're just going to add the curtains, the new blue curtains, which I totally love. I love these. I wish we could get it in red too. So we're gonna attach pieces right here and just overlap on the edges. Let me just rotate this so I can overlap it a lot easier that way. Just bring this across. Next we can add some lights. So we're gonna use the lantern, and I love the lanterns. The lanterns are chef kiss. So I'm gonna center it right underneath this angled marble. And let's place a piece right there. Well, actually, let's bring it down just a tad bit. Bring it down just a tad bit, like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the other blue curtain. Actually, it's called the drapes. Oh, broke the wrong one there. Let me just add that back in. So I'm going to add the drapes first. Let's rotate it, slide it just a little about there. Let's do it on the other side. And we just get our lantern, let's rotate around. I'm just gonna center it, hold down on shift key. I'm just gonna center it and maybe place it about around there, and then maybe do the same thing right here. Okay, and just to add a bit more detail to the entranceway. So I've done a little design over here, incorporating the ward inside of the structure to the side. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna manually place this in, and I'm just going to hold down on shift key and just go to the maximum amount. So it's about right here. Just make sure that it's lined up properly. I'm just going to place that in. So we're going to take this out, and we're just going to place a 1 meter stone behind here. Take our quote or ward out and place it down here. Then we can take this out, marble stone out at the back, and place this back in, and you should have the ward inserted into the marble just like that. And for this part here, we're just gonna put our marble angle piece right here just to get that design here done. And we just and that's it. We're just gonna turn these wards on, just put some light there, and that is it. Okay, so I decided to do like a walkthrough instead of a quick preview shot of the inside of the build. Just kind of get you guys to see the idea of it, because it's pretty compact. And I mean, I haven't used the space effectively, but let me just kind of break down what I've done. So yeah, I've kind of thrown in a few of these cabinets to kind of make it feel more alive, and I'm not really a fan of decorations, so I like that I can put these cabinets and it feel like I did like a significant work in here. So we have like a bookshelf here and some stuff, so the decoration here and there, and we have our little mead cabinets right here and our fireplace, which is awesome. Now I've incorporated the chest in the floor, which is super nice. The great use of space right here. And we have a few stuff over here. Just minor decoration here. I know I could have done more, but man, I was pushing myself. But anyways, so we have the little section over here where we have a few extra enchantment. Oh, a stake, forgot to remove that. And this is how it is. A bit cramped, but you know, I like compact builds. And if you like compact builds, let me know in the comments. So that's about it for this little section here. We're just gonna go right here. I've thrown down a few chests here just for extra storage, a window, and we're just gonna go up the stairway right here, get to the top. So I throw down a few chests here because pretty much this side is pretty small and cramped, so just try to make use of the space as best as possible. A few decoration here using grade off trophy as a flower pot, and yeah, you know, I love the claymore, so your sword really stands out right in front of the shield, really nice. And this is the bedroom, so it feels really cozy, honestly. I wish I had this in like a survival world. This is something I would come home to, but yeah, I tried to make a mirror, so I don't know. But yeah, I guess it's a good attempt on my end. Trying to learn from my fellow Raven Christy, learning her decorating ways. Some little lights here, and I like this because it's a wardrobe, so it's pretty awesome. So yeah, I can open, close kind of stuff. Hidden chest up here. Use a few mushroom lights just to kind of give it some little light there. And yeah, this is basically it. And we have like a little storage area where, I mean, I throw down a crafting station here just for maybe some little minor crafting. Honestly, as I said, I just kind of just throw down stuff because I don't really know what is what. If I was in survival, maybe I know where to put certain stuff, but to kind of give you guys an idea as to how I really decorate this space or what you could use it for. But yeah, there's a decent storage space here that can be used, and also throw down a few chests in front of the bed. And yeah, so that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just want to thank my patrons and YouTube member supporters for keeping the channel going with your loving support, and thank you all for watching. And remember to always aspire to inspire. Peace.